Hi, Sue Lawson, NAB 2017 at the Blackmagic booth behind the scenes here at Blackmagic with my good friend Simon.
This is the Ursa Mini Pro. It got released around 6-7 weeks ago. We've been moving these out of the door pretty quick. This is an absolutely fantastic camera. First things first, really, Sue, is that this NAB now 2017 marks 5 years since we released our very first camera. So what we're seeing now is the product of 5 years worth of learning, of talking to customers, of listening to what people want, how they would use the camera, the things that were missing, and all those things. These are the things we pick up in terms of the feedback from people we speak to. So what you see now is the brand new Ursa Mini Pro. Ursa Mini Pro features the same 4.6K sensor, so you're familiar with that, I think, from the previous cameras. It ships as standard with an EF lens mount, but you can get a PL lens mount for that. You can get a B4 lens mount to use the broadcast lenses. You can also now, we're showing for the first time here, a Nikon mount.
Ooh.
For a professional film camera, which is kind of interesting because
I didn't even know.
there's so much Nikon glass around and people love the glass and really want to use it on the camera. So again, feedback from customers would really like to see a mount. So we've just done one and we're showing it here for the first time. What you see with Ursa Mini Pro is a lot more buttons. A lot more buttons, a lot more switches, a lot more controls. There's a number of things we've done with this camera in terms of putting the access to some of the key features, the key functions, directly where your fingers would sit on the camera. So a lot about the design of the ergonomics of this camera. What we're saying here is this is a digital film camera, but it's got broadcast camera ergonomics. So the way that all
the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it is exactly that. So you're getting all the benefits of dynamic range when you need it, when you want it. You're getting raw recording capability, so which is fantastic, as well as the ProRes and everything else. But you're also getting the ergonomics and the features of a broadcast camera. We show it here with the studio viewfinder, which couldn't be any more in keeping with a broadcast camera. So what you're seeing really is heaps of new buttons, heaps of new controls. Also on the front of this camera, ND filters, which has been something people had asked for over the last year or two. So we've got ND filters on there. We've, of course, got all the professional audio connections. We've got the built-in screen inside. But, of course, we replicate a lot of those menu functions now directly in buttons on the camera itself. Great thing about this camera, Sue, as well, is that as well as recording to CFast 2 or SD card, we're also showing a new optional SSD dock.
Now, can I do the CFast and SSD simultaneously?
So you can take your choice of what you record to in here and then also record to this.
Oh.
But they can't be different in terms of the format. So we're still working on. So this is beta right now.
I'm happy with this.
This is one of only a couple in existence. We've got a couple at the front of the booth, but we did talk about it when we released the camera. It's something we wanted to try. So we've got it here. We're showing it here. We're really pleased with it. And again, just in terms of the design, it all flows really naturally. Where you can still get your V-mount battery onto the back of this extension piece. It's a beautiful camera. Great to use.
It's incredibly well designed.
Fantastic image quality, it really is. And I think, a lot of this is due to all of that feedback that we've had since those 5 years, in that time, and learning really how people wanted to use the camera. This is the most versatile camera that we've ever made. And there's one more thing, that when we shipped this...
Oh, you guys have got to see this.
When we shipped this, there was a feature within the camera that nobody knew about. So everybody that's bought this camera has this inside. And the camera's got Bluetooth. And what's really interesting about Bluetooth is, firstly, we've developed an app. So we've got an iPad app. But we're also going to release the source code for this and an API so that people can then develop their own camera control technologies using Bluetooth. What's great is that then when the camera is positioned on a crane, a jib, or in a different kind of rig, that's really hard if you've mounted the camera somewhere where you can't even turn it on or you can't get to the menu controls. And what we can now do within the app is we've now got control over white balance, frame speed, iris, shutter, whole lot of presets. It's showing us time code. It would show us if we had any cards in the camera, what the recording time was remaining. We can trigger the camera to go into record. We can put metadata in there, the clip number, was it a good take, add some additional metadata tags that are going to stay with the file, all from an app that's connecting via Bluetooth.
Absolutely amazing. When I was at the press conference this morning and they announced this, the press applauded. Press don't applaud. The press applauded because we all realized how fabulous this is. Again, another game changer from Blackmagic. And I love the fact that it's already, you guys who already have this, you've already have this. That's amazing to me. Price point on our camera?
So the price point on the camera, what we're showing here, the 4.6 Ursa Mini Pro, is $5,995 US, so just short of $6,000.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. And it's shipping. Well, some people have it. It's shipping.
And it's shipping right now.
There you go. Don't wait. Order it now. It's time to go ahead and upgrade. And again, they're setting the bar. They keep raising it every year on themselves. They're leaving everybody else in the dust. So Blackmagic, Simon, NAB 2017, this is the place to be because of guys like this and things like this. Sue Lawson for BSVP TV.